You're not meeting your goals year after year because you're not fixing your systems. Today, I challenge you, let's fix our systems together instead of just chasing goals. Hi, I'm Crystal from CrystyleCouture and welcome back to my channel. What if fixing your systems can be more impactful than reaching your goals? When it comes to success, it's often measured by achieving your goals because goal setting provides us with motivation, something to strive for, and even a sense of accomplishment when you actually achieve them. That surge of motivation is exactly why this first week of January, every single one of my hot Pilates classes has been packed. But what if I told you there was actually something missing from the goal setting process that can actually help you achieve success? And that thing is your systems. That can be why the last 2 classes I've taken in hot Pilates, 3 to 5 people have been late every single class because they ain't got their systems together. We've all been there at the beginning of the year, end of the last year, setting up our goals. This year I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z, all hyped up, like yes, I'm gonna do this is the year. And then life sets in. You have to work extra hours, the kids' schedule starts to change, or you stupidly volunteer for something you had no business doing in the first place. And what happens? We lose focus, we jump off track from the goals that we created, and it is so frustrating. And it's not because you're not committed to the goal and you don't want to achieve the goal, but it's because you lost that one component that would have kept you on track. And that was the systems to achieve the goal. Editing me here. Your systems are the daily actions that you take to decrease the friction or enhance your ability to do that thing that pushes you towards achieving your goals. And the real secret sauce is the compounding effects that come from performing those daily actions every day over time. When I first started 2024, I just knew it was going to be my year as a content creator. I had been in the game for 2 years. I had put in so much work in the fall of 2023, learning my craft, and I just knew all my hard work was going to come to fruition. Fruition? Yeah, you know what I mean. It was finally going to be my time. I was going to be monetized on YouTube, which reminds me, while you're here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I also thought I was going to grow my Instagram, my TikTok to above 10K, and I was going to start reaping the rewards of all my hard work. But that was not the case, because by the end of February last year, I had to take a full hiatus from social media because in addition to running a household, working full-time, being the primary breadwinner, and a single mother, I was so burnt out, and that was because all my systems that I had in place sucked. Truth is, goals are just the start. They give you direction, something to strive for, but not the framework to actually achieve them. Systems are the processes, habits, and routines that help us make progress towards our goals. Without them, we're just left with motivation and willpower to depend on. And let me tell you, she be tripping. Wanting to stay in the bed, knowing damn well I gotta go to the gym in the morning before work or I'm not going. Always wanting to eat those sweet treats patients bring in, knowing dang well I am trying to snatch my waist. Really be hating on me on that. But the kicker is when I cozy up to a nonfiction, she be weighing my eyelids down so heavy as soon as I start reading, like whoop, sleep. Ooh wee. So to say that we've all been there is an understatement. You know, that first adrenaline rush that we get when we make a new goal, it has us motivated, dare I say fired up, and then we start to lose steam, get distracted, and bam, we're back to our old habits. And that's because we didn't have the systems in place to support us. Systems work in tandem with your goals. Think of them as those behind the scenes thought and action that help keep us on track, especially when you don't feel like it. For example, you know you have a Pilates class every Sunday at 9 o'clock. So in addition to taking out your clothes the night before, signing up for the class the night before, you also make sure that you block your schedule off every week during that time and make sure you pre-fill your water bottle. Or if you want to start working out before work, you start practicing getting up 1 hour earlier. Or if you're like me, I think you should actually start sleeping in your workout clothes, even if it's just the bottom. Just have part of it on. When we hone in on building effective systems, we can really start to see real and consistent progress. Those new habits and routines really help support our goals, and sometimes they may need to be altered, but you will notice that when you lose motivation, those are the things that will keep you consistent. Shifting our focus from goals to systems can be transformative because we're no longer relying on willpower and motivation to achieve our goals. For example, when I returned to socials in September of last year, I spent the whole month before looking looking at the way I created content, the tools I use, my work schedule, my mom life schedule, and developed a weekly schedule in which I can create, batch, post, edit, all consistently every single day of the week. Doing it that way allowed me to see real progress towards my goals. And that's what I want for you. I want real progress and real results. So we're going to do an exercise. But before that, if you're receiving any value from this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. I'll wait. Okay. Thank you. Now I want you to grab a pen and paper or open up your Notes app or your Google Doc on your phone. I have mine right here. You're scared to start YouTube, and I get it. YouTube could be a daunting task. Longer videos, more editing, having patience. YouTube is a marathon, not a sprint. And most of us don't even know where to start. I have made over 50 long form videos, and through a lot of trial and error, I have learned so much along the way. And I want to pass that knowledge on to you. So I created the complete YouTube guide. This YouTube guide not only gives you a step-by-step overview on how to get started, there are also content strategies, gear recommendations, best practices, a free Notion template, and much, much more. The complete YouTube guide will be linked in the description below. 2025 is going to be your year of growth on YouTube. So let's get started. Now you're going to choose 2 of the goals you set for yourself. Now you're going to write down 2 systems for each of those 2 goals, to get into the habit. But be mindful of how your life works, because I know mine can go from 0 to 60 real fast. I'll go first. One of my goals is to read half of the nonfiction books that are on my nightstand. Yes, I know, it is a lot. It's a bit much. That's why I chose 9 instead of 10, because it just didn't seem as intimidating. System number 1, read 20 minutes in the morning before work and or 20 minutes before I go to bed. System number 2, read 20 minutes at lunch. So in theory, that gives me 40 minutes to write my notes, to eat, to kiki kaka, and still decompress before I have to go back and start seeing patients. This is a huge goal, because if you're like me, your personal development is important to you. I know that the only way to grow as a woman and as an entrepreneur is to read more of these books. Goal number 2, probably the hardest goal, to decrease the items that I own by 30% by December 31st, 2025. That sounded good, right? Super fancy way of saying decluttering. System number 1, no more impulse buying. I have to wait 5 days before I make the purchase. Now y'all know that's gonna be so hard with fast fashion, but it's probably for the best because the quality probably isn't good anyway. System number 2, every single day, remove 1 item and put it in the Goodwill bag. And then every Thursday, drop the Goodwill bag off to Goodwill. I pick Thursdays because I drive right by Goodwill on my way to work, so it just is super convenient, which is another way to not have me not do it. What I was trying to get across is this: you need to make your systems easy. You want to take away any barriers that get in the way of you doing said activity. The easier and more convenient the system, the better. Let me know in the comments what your goals and systems are, so that way we can motivate and support each other. That sense of accomplishment and confidence that comes from knowing that we have systems in place to support us and help us achieve our goals is great, and that will be there no matter what. The key takeaway here is that system, not goals, are the key to achieving true success. By focusing on building effective systems that we may have to alter from time to time as our lives change, allows us to achieve our goals with less effort, prevents procrastination, and lets us make consistent progress, even when our motivation is low and when she's tripping. Systems are the missing piece of the puzzle that can make all the difference between success and failure. Implementing effective systems is crucial in achieving our goals. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos on the journey of growth. I'd also love to hear in the comments what other topics you think that we should discuss, as one of my themes for this year is living with intention, all 2025. Chef's kiss. Is that a real word? And that thing is your symptoms. Why? Every time. Processes, habits, and other things that I can't think of for some reason. Nice to see you. What up, doe? Retarded.